Swerve Strickland and Hangman Adam Page, their feud, it keeps me coming back to AEW because I love the progression of the feud because it doesn't just stay at one level, it changes levels. It's one thing to be feuding with someone and you're just angry with each other, but now we're getting to a different level of the feud where we're going to be reaching a catharsis. And as a reminder for those that don't know, this feud started because Swerve Strickland wanted Adam Page's spot. Adam Page was a tag team champion in AEW, then he won the AEW championship. And then Swerve called him out and saying, "You've been doing good, but it feels like you're just coasting in your spot. I want your spot. I can do more at that spot. And if you're just going to coast, then get out of my way." Because Swerve Strickland tells Adam Page, "If I had the opportunities you did, I'd be the first black AEW champion right now." I love when wrestlers bring some realism into the feud, which still blows my mind that that wasn't shied away from, because I think it'd been maybe, 4 or 5 years already, and there wasn't one in AEW yet. I thought this was handled so well because Adam Page doesn't say anything on it at the moment. He just nods and agrees. The next time they speak, Hangman doesn't just ignore it or not bring it up. He does bring it up and tells him, "Yo, maybe you're right. If you had the opportunities that I did, maybe you would be the AEW champion by now, the first black one." What? It's not often you see the quiet part said out loud in wrestling, especially when it comes to race. And I thought the handling of this was so smart because Adam Page bringing this up and agreeing with it takes nothing away from his character or the work he's done, because he then tells Swerve, "I can't say for sure that, this would have happened for you. What I can say for sure is anytime they've handed me an opportunity, I've knocked it out the park." Which is true, because you can get the opportunity, but let's say you fail, which was a big thing that could have happened for Adam Page. He didn't fail. Page's journey up until this point has been the struggle with his own self-confidence, fans believing in him and him not believing himself, and we've seen him go through an alcoholic stage as well. But he overcame that, got the championship, he lost the championship, but now he's just here. And their match could have just been a normal match working their way up for the #1 contendership of the AEW championship. When Swerve beats Adam Page, he cheated, and Adam Page is like, "Wait, you said you want to beat me, but you can't beat me straight up. Give me another run." So they run it back, and Swerve wins again with some interference, and we start to see this different side of Hangman Adam Page being brought out by Swerve. Hangman is admitting, "You know what? Yeah, I was coasting, but now you've woken up something in me." The thing about Swerve Strickland is when he gets you to a certain point, he's going to make it personal. Because when you make things personal, it takes the other person off their game because they're blinded by rage. So what does he do? We see Swerve Strickland and Prince Nana break into Adam Page's home. The most disrespectful part to me is that Swerve walks in like, "Whose house?" Then takes a look around like, "Ooh, y'all tacky. Sir, don't break into my house, then judge the interior." Swerve then makes his way around the house. Then he goes upstairs and he goes into Adam Page's son's room. This man goes over to the crib that Adam Page's kid is in and is talking to the kid, talking about all the shit he's going to do to his dad. Then he hangs a t-shirt over the crib. And Prince Nana, the entire time, he isn't really feeling right with it. He's like, "Boss, we should go. We should go." This sets Adam Page off. We've seen Adam Page go through different elements of his character, but for the most part, he's a fun-loving, good fighter that can hit hard. He's not a vicious or malicious man, or at least he wasn't until Swerve made him that way. What made it worse is that people are cheering for Swerve now. Adam Page can't fathom this. He's like, wait a minute. This dude breaks into my home, looms over my son, and you're cheering for him? And now we see Adam Page become this vicious man, this malicious man, but he's in the right. Swerve is doing villain shit, but the crowd loves him. The crowd loves them both. Adam Page can't have that. He then makes it his goal to stop Swerve from winning the title. He challenges Swerve to a Texas death match. Adam Page loses the Texas death match. Swerve eventually wins the AEW Heavyweight Championship, and Adam Page makes it his mission to strip him of that title. He's become a man obsessed, and he's attacking anyone in his way. Adam Page's stance is a great demonstration of when you're in the right, but you go so far into the right that you become wrong. Because Adam Page isn't wrong, but he's taking it out on other people, trying to get him to get focused. He ain't trying to hear that shit though. And we see that making things personal is something that Strickland always does, because when he's facing off against Will Ospreay, he mentions Will Ospreay's kid, and Will Ospreay says, "Hey, don't make this personal." And Swerve tells him, "What if I want to?" We start to see why he has the moniker of the most dangerous man in AEW. Might as well be the most dangerous man in wrestling. Swerve continues to defend his title, but then he faces his biggest challenge, the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. Bryan Danielson has put everything on the line for this, because if he does not win, he's going into retirement. This is his last chance to win the AEW championship. Swerve's telling him that's not happening. They go crazy in their match. Keep in mind, people would consider this dude, Bryan Danielson, the best wrestler alive, best wrestler to ever do it, best wrestler of this generation. Swerve Strickland is banging with this man, taking it to Bryan. So much so that when Bryan Danielson hits him with his Busaiku knee, his running knee attack, Swerve just shrugs it off like it's nothing. And Bryan, we see fear on his face. We don't ever see fear on this man's face. Usually, he's kicking people's faces in. To see fear in his face, this shit different. But then Hangman runs in, interferes, and he costs Swerve the title. So now they're back at it. Like, okay, we gonna fight again. We're gonna end this for good. We then see Swerve and Prince Nana buy this house, and Swerve was talking about he bought this house that he grew up in. This is his childhood home. He was talking about how he was really proud of this thing, and like it represents so much, it meant so much to him. Swerve showed vulnerability. Mistake. Adam Page is on a warpath, and so he sees this, and the next thing we see is Adam Page sitting in front of that very house. And he's telling Swerve, you know you done fucked up now, right? You revealed something about yourself, something precious to you. And just like you violated my home, I'm gonna violate yours. We then see this man drop a lighter, and there's a fucking trail of gasoline, and he burned down Swerve's childhood home, and Swerve Strickland had to watch. All the while, Hangman's just sitting in front of it in a rocking chair, drinking a beer, or an Arnold Palmer, I don't know. It's this menacing look of just the silhouette of Hangman in front of this burning building. Again, this isn't the Hangman that I described in the opening of this video. This man is different. He's dressing darker. See that gruff beard growing in? This is a man on a mission. He and Swerve have another death match after this. He clears Swerve. Swerve is gone for a good time being, but Hangman can't let it go. All right, he's not here. I'm going to step to anybody that ever got in my way. Anybody that helped Swerve. Anybody that cheered for Swerve. Anybody that told me to calm down. You all getting deaded. Nobody could get through to Hangman Adam Page. Maybe his boy Christopher Daniels did, who also used to be his mentor. But then they had a match. Basically, Hangman retired him, sent him out on the Shield. And then Christopher Daniels said, hey, you know what? I'm not here to fight. When I came to you, I see I was getting your way. I was stepping to you the wrong way. The way I was trying to come to you was to say, like, yo, you had a friend. I understand where you're coming from, okay? I get it. I understand it more now. And this is the first time we've seen Hangman actually show some emotion now. And when MJF was talking bad about Christopher Daniels, Hangman the Old came back real quick, like, whoa, whoa, whoa. If there was a company being built on wrestling for the past 32 years, he was there laying down the foundation. You gonna respect that man. We saw glimpses of the old Hangman there. Now Swerve Strickland is back, and those glimpses are kind of gone again because he's got to get Swerve out the way. Oh, Swerve's going for the championship? Not on my watch. And we see Swerve starting to feud with Ricochet. And when Ricochet takes a pair of scissors to Swerve, he's like, all right, this shit's, oh, we in this shit's now. But Swerve was the one that kind of pushed the issue there. He's the one that was making fun of Ricochet. He's the one that pushed Ricochet. Right when Swerve was talking about making things personal again, Prince Nana tells him, yo, there you go. Why are you doing this? No, we should be focusing on Jon Moxley and the AEW Championship. That's what you should be doing instead of making this thing a personal matter between you and Ricochet. Here we see Strickland being like, all right, I've tried to let it go, but I can't because they've known each other for a long time. He's like, I gotta handle this, but then we'll go back to Moxley. Swerve has made his way back. Hangman Adam Page is still talking and doing interviews like, I might just run up in that match and ruin shit. I don't know. It's a Wednesday. I get down like that. And when Swerve finds him the next week, he's like, hey, am I hearing you talk about running into my shit? And Hangman tells him, bitch, did I stutter? It's here where we see sassy Hangman, then we're seeing glimpses of the old Hangman. We see them having to be pulled apart, and Prince Nana looks back at Hangman Adam Page. Then right before the big pay-per-view where Jon Moxley's gonna fight Swerve Strickland, Hangman is looking for Swerve again. He meets him backstage. He's like, yo, what is this? Adam Page cannot let this go because, again, he's in the right. It isn't just so simple as, oh, we had a little feud. No, you came into my home, hung a t-shirt over my child's crib? And they're going back and forth over all the things they've done to each other. Hangman's telling him, you violated my home. And Strickland's like, you burned down my home. And then Hangman tells him, you deserved it. And Strickland's saying, yeah, I know. And Hangman's shocked, and they're being pulled apart. He's like, wait. What did you say? And Strickland tells him, I said, I know. Strickland is saying that Hangman was right. Swerve deserved his house being burned down for what he did to Hangman. When I talk about the progression of a story, this is what I mean. It's not just, oh, we're just mad at each other till the end of times, which can be done, but there should be levels to this. And Swerve admitting that he deserved what happened to him with his home being burned down is a different level. One that Hangman Adam Page can't deal with right at the moment. We see him walk away. And then during the Moxley match, when a bunch of people were interfering, we see Hangman come down. And he's got Moxley and he's got Swerve Strickland in front of him. And it looks like he's going to jump in and attack Swerve Strickland. But then he changes his mind and looks at Moxley. But then someone interferes. He attacks them. He's in the ring with Mox. He hits Mox with his Deadeye, and then he gets out. But we don't know who he would have attacked in that moment before he got interrupted. That's the big thing. So after Swerve loses the pay-per-view, the next time on Dynamite, we then see Hangman looking around for him yet again. But he runs into Prince Nana. And he tells Prince Nana, hey, You tell Swerve I wasn't gonna fucking help him out, alright? I would have taken this damn block off, alright? I wasn't there to help him at all. He goes leaving. Prince Nana stands up. He's like, hey man, there's something I wanted to talk to you about. I've been telling you this for a year. I can't speak for Swerve, but I regret what, and Hangman cuts him off. And he tells him, no, you don't get that. And then he walks away. It's interesting in this part of the story because I talked about we're coming to a catharsis. Because Swerve has transformed this man into something different, something malicious, something vicious that we've never seen from Hangman before. We keep seeing glimpses of the old Hangman. The way he stuck up for Christopher Daniels, that sass at Swerve. We're seeing how Swerve making things personal has come back to bite him. But in making things personal, he's changed Hangman for the better, really, because he's no longer coasting. He's making a big impact now. But when Prince Nana starts talking about regret and the guilt he had at what they'd done to Adam Page, it's interesting that Hangman cuts him off immediately, because to hear him out means he'd have to have a choice of whether to forgive him or not. And let's say he did forgive Prince Nana. Does that then take away all that maliciousness and that anger? Does it not ease it? When we hold a grudge against someone, really it's just that, like, yo, you did this thing to me, but you won't admit it. You can't say the damn words. But what happens when someone says the words, when someone apologizes? You then have the choice. Do you forgive them and let that anger go, or do you not forgive them and hold on to that anger? That anger has transformed Hangman Adam Page. If he lets it go, even a portion of it, who is he going to become then? Will he become the Adam Page of old? Or will he become someone else? We've seen this anger help and hinder Hangman. Swerve had talked about this way earlier too, when he costed him the championship against Bryan. He told Hangman, you know what, after that, I went back to your place. I saw you walking out with your kid and your lady. I could have got you there, but I didn't. Swerve talked about looking at himself and being like, okay, what am I doing here? It's done. I'm past this now. He's gone past this, and he accused Hangman of not being able to get past that. But that's ironic to say, because you're the one in the wrong. You're the one that violated me. You want to sit here and talk about how you're past it? Oh, that's great for you. I'm not. Which has been Hangman's stance. But now that Swerve admitted that he deserved what happened to his house, he's admitting that Hangman is right. There wasn't an apology yet, but he's admitting that where Hangman was coming from, he's been right all along. So when the person that harmed you sees the error of their ways, now what happens? I think the big question is, has Swerve seen how making things personal can hinder him? And will the most dangerous man in AEW apologize? And now will we see Hangman Adam Page, who's gone on this warpath, who's become a different animal, a different monster? Will he be able to forgive? And if he does, who is he then? And if Swerve apologizes, who is he becoming? In the beginning, Swerve was a man that was going to claw and scratch to get this opportunity, to get this spot for a man, no matter what he had to do. In the beginning, Adam Page was a dude that was coasting. They both transformed into different types of beasts. Now we're going to be beginning to see, is there a resolution to this, and what does that look like between these two men that were feuding with each other for so long? And this is why I always say wrestling is comic books, because it's all just stories. Wrestling is a physical way of telling stories. And I'm really interested in seeing how the chapter closes and how a different chapter begins between these two wrestlers.